What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sky, back with another fucking YouTube video. I hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I hope you're staying hydrated. Chat, feel free to say hi to YouTube as well. And today we're checking out, I think it's pronounced Dagon or Dagon. It's a free-to-play Lovecraftian horror game, and I thought it'd be fun to check this out. Twitch is saying this first, obviously. And yeah, let's go in. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work, focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot. Okay, that's interesting. If you guys don't know, recently I played a game on stream about like 2 weeks ago called The Shore. That was another Lovecraftian horror game. I really liked it. That game was fucking dope. And I thought, I saw this was actually in my wish list, and the game had come out a while ago, and I was like, let's check this out too, since I really like The Shore.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Oh? Oh, we're in a tiny ass room. Oh, I was supposed to click. During the game, you encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Just a quick, I can't think of the fucking word. But quick note, I actually never read the original story. Maybe I should. Maybe in the future I will. Who knows? But yeah, bear that in mind. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the elder sign. So that'd be right click, because I'm using a mouse and keyboard. I could use a controller, actually. You can access all the found facts later. They will be available in the main menu. Oh wait, and look for the elder sign? Interesting, okay. What is that?
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the
That was a good stream. Good night, YouTube.
And shall cast myself
Thank you for coming
from
by.
this garret window into the squalid street below.
Wait. Oh, are we gonna commit something that I probably shouldn't say on Twitch? Let's do it. I'm just kidding. Wait, are we actually?
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
I'm gonna guess that you hate your life. I know that feeling sometimes.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Oh.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
Is that the supercargo? I can't look any more to the right. Oh wait, just click.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Oh. That's the elder sign. The Huns. The Huns were Central Asian nomads who established a... Hey, we got an achievement. A dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. During World War I, the British used the word Hun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. However, the term originated when the German Emperor Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on 27 July 1900. Damn, that was a long time ago. Before they embarked to China. Should you encounter the enemy, he will be defeated. No quarter will be given. Prisoners will not be taken. Whoever falls into your hands is forfeited. Just as 8,000 years ago, the Huns under their King Attila made a name for themselves, one that even today makes them seem mighty in history and legend. Made the name German be affirmed by you in such a way in China that no Chinese will ever again dare to look cross-eyed at a German. The refusal to take prisoners was a clear breach of the laws and customs of war adopted during the First Hague Convention of 1899. Huh.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone, in a small boat, with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Damn, how'd you manage that? Oh. This is pretty simple so far.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator.
Damn, he must be really smart. Like, if this was me, I could look at the sky and, bro, I would not know where I am. I could not navigate to save my life.
Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Looks like the moon. Hold on, is there anything else I can look at? I feel like they might put like a secret thing for me to look at and I'll miss it. No? Okay.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
The water's really pretty. We have that. And I think that's it. Okay.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Yeah, that shit must be lonely as fuck, dude.
The change happened whilst I slept.
Oh?
Its details I shall never know.
Ominous.
For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Oh shit. Hi. Hi. Oh god. They were everywhere.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
I see that. There's one behind it too.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
I mean, I think anyone would be horrified by this sight.
For there was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core. The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other, less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
Yeah, I see. Fucking octopus everywhere.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words
Or
the
octopus-like
unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight, save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness.
Could you
and
imagine the smell
homogeneity
here?
of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
Bro, imagine how strong the smell would be here.
The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
And look there. Do you have anything else to say about? No? Okay. Wait. Okay. Oh my god, the sounds!
As I crawled into the stranded boat,
Hey,
I
fish.
realized that only one theory could explain my position.
Wait, is like the entire ocean just gone?
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
That is bizarre.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might.
Big oof.
Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
We got a fish, and that's it. Okay.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time.
Oh, so that's why you didn't just get up and go. Okay.
That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Stay back there. Oh, look at this view, though. Look at the moon. I mean, if you ignore the tentacles, this is actually pretty nice. The sky looks really beautiful.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Damn, so imagine spending 3 whole days here, like the stench. Oh god.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
I haven't seen any more elder signs. Oh god. That's squish.
All day
The
I
fuck is
forged
that?
steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Why did it get quiet? I was like, a little. Should I be concerned? Oh, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Son, help.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still traveled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
These tentacles are getting bigger. A little concerned. I just want to take a peek around. The sky looks nice. This actually is just like a visual novel, just like they
By
explained.
the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Yeah, I can see that being a case.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
Is that even comfortable? I mean, I guess if you're tired, you could sleep anywhere, theoretically.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night. But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Wow.
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
Because traveling at night's better because the sun isn't beaming at you, right?
Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset.
Cool.
Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence. I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
Oh, what did he see?
Whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world.
Oh shit.
Peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Oh my god, you can't see anything. That is terrifying, actually.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
Anyone looking for the Paradise Lost? No one else but me knows that song.
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined. Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent.
Do we really want to go down there at night?
Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
We're actually going down, are we? Ooh, sorry.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath.
You really went all the way down? God damn it, Jagan. I literally just took a sip. Okay.
Gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
What is that?
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me. An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Interesting. Alright, no elder sign. I've only seen one so far. I wonder if I already missed one.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
Yeah, a piece of stone just happens to be perfectly in a rectangle.
But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
He was really happy, guys. He was so happy he couldn't explain it.
For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith.
Ooh, spooky.
Whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
And then he licked it. It's getting a little more ominous here.
The moon, near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm.
I thought the ocean was completely gone. We have a little puddle of water here. Oh, whoa, there's designs on it. Oh? Hey, yo.
and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
I see that. Very, very interesting and spooky. It's considered a Lovecraftian horror game. Southpaw, what's up? Thank you so much for stopping by. How's your huge ass stream going? That shit's fucking lit. But yeah, this is a Lovecraftian horror game. It's more like a visual novel style though. So take that as you will. Thank you, Southpaw, for showing love. You are awesome.
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me, and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
Hey, yo, is that God himself in the middle? Look at that. God looks amazing.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like.
So fish worship God is what you're telling me?
Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world.
You know what's something I actually think about pretty often that's kind of crazy but kind of cool and a little bit scary is how there's probably still species of animals that we've yet to even discover because of how deep the ocean is and stuff like that. Like, I think about that time to time and I think that's really cool but kind of like terrifying in a way, but really cool. Just imagine what's out there that we haven't discovered. Should it be discovered? Who knows? Probably not. But it would be cool to know.
But whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Oh, another elder sign. Storytelling methods. Dagon contains many themes and storytelling methods that Lovecraft developed in his later works, such as telling the story through carvings, at the Mountain of Madness, the Nameless City, journals and characters notes, the Shadow Out of Time, the Hunter of the Dark, islands emerging from the ocean, the Call of Cthulhu, or fictional beings and is it deities or deities? I don't remember. Based on real events and mythologies. Migo and the Whisper in Darkness. It's also considered the origin of the popular Cthulhu mythos. Some of the Lovecraft's other stories also include in a manner similar to Dagon, but let's skip the details in order not to spoil the ending. Got you.
Plainly visible across the intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a Doré.
Are those like sea people?
I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men.
Yeah, they look human, but not really human. You know what I mean?
Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine, which appeared to be under the waves as well. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint.
Damn, dude, you're really terrified by this monolith, huh?
Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a
Oh,
bulwark.
shit. Yeah, I can see that face being a little grotesque.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall.
Ooh.
Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Oh shit, they're professional whale killers.
I remarked,
They
as
sacrifice
I say,
a whale to God.
their grotesqueness and strange size. But in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born. Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it.
Wait, so what?
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the
wait.
surface,
I see it.
into view above the dark waters.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't expect it to happen like that.
It darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith.
Holy shit. Oh, he's a big boy. That's a big boy.
About which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to
does that roar
certain
sound
measured
familiar?
sounds.
Did my boy just faint?
I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back
Did he
to
just
the
book
stranded
it?
boat, I remember
He was so
little.
fucking terrified that he booked it.
I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Oh, he definitely went kind of crazy. Hi, Mackie. God damn it. Why are you guys doing this to me?
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat.
He's totally following you, isn't he?
At any rate,
That's a big octopus, damn.
of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods. When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital.
What? How the fuck did we end up here? What? How?
Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean.
You just got an achievement. Delirious but free.
In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Yeah, who's gonna believe that we just saw a fucking sea creature jump out of a fucking puddle of water to look at a monolith? No one would believe that in a million years. Oh, hello. The journalist. Lovecraft was a prominent figure in the world of amateur journalism. In 1915, he started publishing his own journal called The Conservative, which included political and social commentary, poetry, short stories, and literary criticism written by him and other authors. Howard was a skilled wordsmith, but he also took criticisms to heart, which resulted in his decision to step away from writing poetry and concentrate on weird fiction again for the first time since his teenage years. Dagon, published in 1919, was one of the short stories written during that period. In this excerpt from The Conservative, the master of heart fiction explains his attitude towards warfare and the idea of world peace. Why any sane human being can believe in the possibility of universal peace is more than a conservative can fathom. Should the entire civilized world agree simultaneously to disarm one or more nations, would undoubtedly retain secret armaments and at the proper time take advantage of their more altruistic and less astute contemporaries in a wild career of conquest against unarmed victims. No country is or ever can be above warfare until the basic impulses of the human animal shall miraculously change. Interesting. This is when we find out our
Once I
nurse is a
sought
fucking
out
sea creature.
celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Oh, I am saying it right. It is Dagon. Okay. I thought I was saying it. I wasn't sure if I was saying it right, but I'm really glad I know I am now. The fish god. Dagon was the main deity of the, I almost said Philippines, it's not, it's Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was a common noun for grain. The rulers of Akkad chose him as the patron saint of their war conquest. He also appeared as the judge of the dead in an Assyrian poem and an underworld prison warrior in one of the Babylonian texts. He is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name, as in Hebrew, the word Dag means fish. In H.P. Lovecraft's work, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that resides in the ocean. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Very interesting. This game kind of teaches you a little bit. Wait, anything else we can look at? No? Okay.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Hopelessly conventional? Like what, he didn't believe you? There's two. August Derleth and the Cthulhu Mythos. August Derleth was an American writer and anthologist. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works through his company, Arkham House. Although he greatly contributed to the popularization of the author's work, after his death he is surrounded by numerous controversies. One of his most questionable decisions involved introducing the good versus evil doctrine. Derleth was a devout Catholic to the Cthulhu Mythos, which contrasted with Lovecraft's view of the world and his approach to cosmic horror. As a result, the author's works are often misunderstood and misrepresented in today's culture. It is also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology, and the term Cthulhu Mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. I see you. The marketer. Lovecraft's attempts to find a job in 1925 were influenced by advice he received from friends. Among others, he started freelancing for a marketing magazine, where he would write announcements and commercials. Feel free to judge his copywriting skills for yourself. Alright, I won't actually read that. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. Or the highlight. I guess whichever you see first. Hi. Okay, there's a door there. Wait, anything here? Okay, I don't see an elder symbol, so let's go.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning.
Oh, we're back here.
That I see the thing. I tried morphine.
Oh.
But the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now, I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
That. Lovecraft on tobacco and alcohol. Lovecraft hated tobacco, even though he used to smoke when he was 12. When he was 12? What the fuck? In order to look and feel like an adult. In his correspondence with friend Reinhard Kleiner, he claims that he quit as soon as he started wearing long pants. What? He also had a strong opinion about alcohol, as evidenced by his letter to Zelia Brown. As for the matter of drinking, I've never tasted intoxicating liquor and never intend to, having a strong aesthetic disgust at anything which blunts or coarsens the delicate natural equipoise of the evolved human intellect and imagination. Drinking excited my personal repugnance, hence I don't drink, let the herd do what they will. I'm rather in favor of prohibition of any one antisocial force as well as any other. God, I can't speak. Anything else? No.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm.
Like, if you were delusional the entire time and nothing you saw was real?
A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man of war.
I mean, mayhaps, but yeah.
This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed.
Ooh. Thinking of thalassophobia.
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable
Oh shit,
likenesses
oh my
on
god, that's
submarine
big.
obelisks of water-soaked granite.
Holy shit.
I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst
Oh shit, that's a lot of them, holy shit.
The end is near.
Aw. Hey yo, what's going on? I can actually look around the room more. Oh, something's at my door. The end is near.
I hear a noise at the door.
I'm like, how many times do I have to
Some
click?
immense,
Jesus.
slippery body lumbering against it.
Wait, are you just gonna let it inside?
It shall not find me.
Oh.
God, that hand!
Oh shit.
The window! The window!
Okay. Want something on the table? No? Okay, the window, let's go. Oh my god. Oof. Well, we just committed sewer slide. Thank you for playing. We hope you enjoyed immersing yourself in our little pool of cosmic horror. We'd appreciate if you took a moment to rate Dagon and check out our other games and DLCs. I enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. Does this quit the game? Oh no. So guys, that was Dagon. What did you think? I thought that was pretty cool. It was actually a visual novel, just like it said, but I was like, these screenshots don't look visual novel-ish, but I get it now. That was a pretty good short. It was a pretty short Lovecraftian horror film. I almost said film. Horror game. The short is still my favorite by far, but that's like a completely different game than this. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content, and ring the bell so you know when I post another video. You should also follow me on Twitch because I stream there too, and Twitch saw this little playthrough first. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. Prepare to die.